I'm Austin Moore, and I'm in advertising, and I lost my home to foreclosure. And in losing my home to foreclosure, I realized that we had some surplus left in the home. I tried to go after it myself, was unsuccessful. Then I tried a company who was in the business. They tried to rip me off. And finally one day I met Jose. And Jose introduced me to his company and what he did, brought me into the office. We sat down, we mapped out a plan with his president, the president of the company, and I'm happy to tell you 6 months later, we were able to retrieve the maximum amount of the surplus that we possibly could. Well, not only did they do what they said they were going to do, but they kept the expenses in terms of what we would have to pay to a minimum. The standard 12%, which was allowed in the state of Florida, not 33% like the other guy. And when we needed funds to actually move and relocate, they were able to give us funds and say, hey, look, go relocate, get settled. We know you've been through a lot. And so losing your home is an emotional process. Having to pack and to move is an emotional process, and doubly so if you don't have all the funds to do it. This company was able to not only empathize, but they were thoroughly professional, they were thoroughly upfront. They saw us through the whole process, help us get settled in when needed be, was able to take the calls at all times of the day or night when I would call, which is absolutely true, right? And I highly recommend them. I think in a business that's, and it's a business, so it's a profit, and it's money motivated, it was refreshing to actually deal with a company that was able to not only keep their goals in mind, but empathize with my situation and honestly help me. And that's being very, very honest. And so, yes, I would highly recommend them. As a matter of fact, I would do anything I could possibly do to help anyone in my situation connect with them. Because I know they would do a good job for them and they would see them through to the end of the process. Well, typically what happens is people come knocking on your door with a flyer. They come knocking on the door, the flyer promises to do everything, and they've got these catchy names that tend to resonate with you, and you're thinking they're going to actually help. And so you pick up the telephone and you call them. They come back to your home. They promise you all types of different things, and it never materializes what they say, both in the flyer and in person. This has been my experience. I did not get a flyer from Jose. What I got was someone at the door in my driveway saying, hey, look, I can help. And being very honest with me with the whole layout. Because one of the things with the other companies is that they talked about guarantees. Jose said to me, there is no guarantee. Here's what we can do. Here's what the state laws are. And here's what we could move in the framework of the laws to get you all that is coming to you. And so I appreciated that particular honesty. There was no sugarcoating it. There was no promises other than, I'm going to help you do this to the best of my ability. And this was important. Well, Rich gave me a comfort level, one of experience, because he knew he'd been in the business for a very long time. You go into his office, you can look up on the wall, you see everything, and you can tell that this guy knows what he's talking about. But the other thing he was able to say to me that gave me a comfort level was, hey, look, we're going to go down the road with you on this. And if you need anything that we could help you with, facilitate, we will do that within reason. And I can honestly tell you there's nothing that he said to me that did not happen. He found the right attorneys. Although they will tell you you don't need an attorney to do this, trust me, you do. Okay? Because if you try to do it yourself, it's one big circle. So he found the right attorneys to come in and represent us in court. The guy did an excellent job, I have to tell you that. He did a great job in court. Clear and concise. everything, it seemed as though it took a long time, but to be quite honest with you, we started the process in June, and I wished I had met Jose many months earlier. But we started the process in June. It took us 6 months, not because of the company, but because of the court system being that backlog and getting a court date. That was the bulk of time. But once we got into court, and we got before the judge, and we had the right attorneys and the right argument, boom, it was done, like a cakewalk. At the time I came to Rich, I had already hired another company to go after the surplus funds. And they, in fact, did get the surplus funds back in August. It was sitting in their escrow account. And so here he was when Rich said to me, well, you need to go into the court and file an emergency stay, emergency motion to get before the judge. That was the first step. I went and I did that. And he said, as soon as you're done with that, come back to me and I'll take care of the rest. So my particular situation was a little bit different in that the company I hired before had already retrieved the funds, and it was sitting in their attorney's escrow account for 5 months. 5 months, and I did not see a penny of it. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know that they had it. They never had the courtesy of picking up the telephone and calling and saying, hey, look, we've got these funds for you, and it's sitting over at the attorney's office. It took Rich to look at the docket, to do the research, to say, hey, look, these people got your money, but that's okay. We can get it back. And that's what happened to me. And the goal with this right now is to make sure that people don't experience the same thing that I experienced, going to the wrong people who have ulterior motives and not in the best interests of you, the consumer, given the state that you're in. Don't try to do it by yourself. Don't panic. I know it is difficult, but whatever you do, call Jose at Default Investors Association, and I guarantee you they'll take care of you to the best of their ability. This guy treated my case as though it was his own. And I say that to you in all sincerity. He treated my case as though it was his own. He went after that money as though it was his money, as though he was being robbed, and he wasn't having any of it. And he took all my phone calls and all my texts, by the way, just so that you know. All right. Thank you so much, Jose. Thank you so much, Rich. You guys did a great job, and I would recommend you to anyone in my situation, you and your company. You guys are truly first class. Thanks again.